Do you know what emulsification means?
No idea.
I've been in a couple of these facilities and the smell kind of hits you.
So the hot dog is kind of the cheapest of all of the sausages.
What are some of the types of sausages you might see? Do you know what coriander is?
I don't.
It's the seed of an herb. Take a wild guess which herb. When people argue about what belongs on a hot dog, what they're really arguing about is balance. So when my dad, who was a vegetarian, was away at work,
Yep.
I have vivid memories of my mom making me chili dogs for like lunch at home.
And this must be good for business for you.
Oh,
You have
business is good in the organic hot dog and sausage
right.
industry.
All right,
yeah.
good.
Imagine you're leaving a game at the Rose Bowl. Walking through the parking lot, maybe you're a little tired from cheering. Maybe your team just won and you're feeling like you deserve a treat or need to soak up all that alcohol. And then you smell it. Onions caramelizing on a grill. And you hear that snap of the metal tongs. That's how they pull you in. The street hot dog vendors outside basically every nighttime event in Los Angeles. And that smell. That's what we're talking about today, because behind that simple hot dog is a story that goes way deeper than most people realize. Rob and I always talk about following our gut, and our gut could not resist doing this episode. After recording this, we're getting dogs from the national chain founded in Pasadena, the Dog Haus. So let's go through the history of the sausage, the science, spices, and even what's happening in the organic market today. Let's play ball.
Hot dog, hot dog, hot dog, hot dog.
Where do they say that?
Everywhere.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's
Outside
just outside Dodger Stadium
SoFi.
or wherever. Hot dog, hot dog, hot dog, hot dog.
For me, it's the tongs, the snap, 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 snap. They try to get your attention with the tongs. But they don't have to work very hard. Those are fantastic.
They are.
And always a good decision at 2 a.m.
Yeah, bacon wrapped usually too.
Oh, bacon wrap. That's
Hot
the
dog.
way.
And you said it was not just at games. It's any event in LA.
Oh,
So
sure.
You go to a concert, you come out,
Nightclubs.
movie theaters.
Yeah. But the most important hot dog in Los Angeles is the Dodger dog.
Yeah, agreed.
We have our bobbleheads here.
Baseball is back on.
Ah.
My attitude is up.
Everything's great because of baseball again. I drove past Dodger Stadium. I took a picture, texted it to my very good friend Michelle, who's our graphic designer, and I said, here we go, 162 game season.
It is. It's great. When are you going to the next game? When's
We're
your
going
first game?
Saturday's our
Okay.
first game.
All right.
So I was at Michelle's house this weekend. We were talking about, she has 2 labs and I have a lab, and the dogs were playing together, and we were talking about how much we love our dogs and labs in particular. And then the conversation, of course, got onto baseball. And somebody said, if you had to choose between labs or baseball and you couldn't have the other one, which would you choose?
Ooh, that's morbid because you
Right?
choose baseball.
Oh,
I think.
and we both said baseball.
Okay, good.
It was a very mean question, but it
is.
gets to the point. It's like, no, baseball is such an important, I mean, for us and our family, it means so much.
How many different generations of labs will we go through? But baseball is constant, right? So those are good memeries.
Yeah,
I'm not saying
of course.
are they gonna wipe out all the labs. Is that what
I
they're
didn't say
gonna do?
euthanize all the labs. Okay, let's move on from
All
this
right.
part. Baseball. Iconic baseball. We live in Los Angeles.
Little League has been going, so
Yeah.
I talk about my kid Kieran all the time.
Yeah.
He's in his 12th year. He's 12, so he's
Yeah.
in majors.
Okay.
This is the pinnacle. This is the age that they do the Little League World Series,
Ah, yes.
right? Is
Yes.
11 and 12-year-olds. I've never been. Have you been?
I have not.
Right?
No, my son got invited. We didn't end up going that year, but yeah, we never did it. I think it was right around COVID or something.
So we talked about Dodger dogs, and Farmer John's doesn't do the Dodger dog anymore, right? Is that the idea that it's not a Farmer John dog anymore?
I don't know who's doing
Somebody
it.
told me that yesterday. I was actually at SoFi yesterday, and they had some hot dogs, and these guys were busting on the Dodger dog, and I'm like, hey,
Yeah.
I don't even care what it tastes like.
Yeah, it's not about the taste.
It's about the brand.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
And then we were talking earlier, Bethany brought up that the Costco CEO made an announcement like last week that they're not going to change the price of the hot
I heard
dog
about
combo
this.
at Costco.
Yeah.
And what
How
did
much
she
is
say?
it? It's $1.50.
$1.50 and $1.50 some $19.85.
It's been $1.50 since 1985.
So 40 years.
Yeah, and it should be $4.50 is what
Yeah.
she's saying. But he made an announcement that they will never change the price.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't know that I've ever had a Costco hot dog.
For some people, it's very much like a Dodger dog. Like you go to the stadium, you have a Dodger dog. You go to Costco on the weekend, you get your groceries and whatnot, you have a hot dog and a drink.
So I am excited about the family meal because the Dog Haus did show up.
Yeah.
And the Dog Haus doesn't have the same price value as Costco.
No,
because
sir. No, sir.
You
Dog
threw
Haus
down
was
like
not cheap.
a lot of money to get
Yeah.
a bunch of dogs. It really is the what you put on the dog that makes the dog.
Yep.
And you were busting on him because in the social media, the Costco guy just has a plain nothing on it. I actually like just a plain old hot dog with nothing on it.
Just straight up dry hot dog.
Yeah, but I mean, if it's a good dog.
It's got to be a good dog if you're eating it like that.
Yeah, but at the same time, I'm all about the toppings. And
You know what I like to put on my hot dog the most? It's a condiment.
mustard,
No,
mayonnaise.
mayonnaise.
Me too.
I
That is so
love
great that you said
mayonnaise.
that. Me too.
Yes.
So, I would, if you did it, I just mayonnaise, onions. I probably would still put a little mustard on it. Maybe.
Yeah, a little mustard, a little
Right?
bite.
But yeah,
it's good.
I think I said that in the last episode. We were talking about breakfast sandwiches, and I said,
Oh, yeah.
the Mexican people here in LA, they put mayo on everything.
Yeah, oh,
like
yeah.
hot dogs
Oh,
and
yeah.
breakfast sandwiches.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm all about this episode. So we kind of brainstormed this. We were talking about different spices that go into hot dogs,
Yep.
and we were kind of focused on the spice. We were talking about mace
Yeah.
as one that goes in hot
Nutmeg,
dogs,
yeah.
nutmeg, and in the end, we're like, let's talk about hot dogs.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, and I know that you supply certain sausages and hot dogs.
We do. So we do the spice blend for a number of hot dogs.
All
Probably
right.
the most popular one is the Applegate Farms organic beef hot dog. So we do their spice blend. And the exciting thing about this dog for me personally is that it's in baseball stadiums across the country.
Did not know that.
So we're filming this, in March right now, and this is like high season for hot dog production because summertime. Hot dogs, sausages, kielbasa on the grill. So, yeah, very, very busy time at HQO for our hot dog seasoning blends.
And these various kinds, I'm sure you're going to school us a little bit here, but their names are based on their origin and also on probably the spice blend.
Yeah.
I'm guessing.
Oh, yeah. Sweet Italian, like it has to have fennel. Otherwise, it's not a sweet Italian sausage.
There you go.
Yeah.
Or spicy Italian. It's going to have some.
It's going to have some cayenne, some red crushed pepper. Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
Learn on this show.
Absolutely.
Did you eat a lot of hot dogs growing up? Was that like a staple or no?
Not really. I mean, I wish I ate more hot dogs growing up. I kind of longed for that American diet. I was raised by two immigrant parents. So I didn't have kind of that typical hot dog hamburger childhood.
Sure. I can hear your dad being like,
Yeah, absolutely not.
why do you want a hot dog?
Yeah.
They're
and
disgusting.
he's a strict vegetarian.
That's what I'm saying.
So the closest to a hot dog we would get was a tofurkey dog. And I'm just like,
that's
not the
gross.
same thing, Dad.
Yeah, that's more gross.
Yeah. I'm
I
not
would
into
eat
it.
those as a kid just raw. And so we would just take a hot dog out because they're cooked, right?
Yeah.
And I would just eat those raw all the time. It was like eating a piece of bologna.
Yeah. Okay. I guess.
Same thing.
That's a little
I wouldn't
gross,
do
but
that
it makes
now.
sense.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
get it. All right. Well, can we get into it? Can
Let's
we
get
learn
into
about
it.
the hot dog? And
Let's
then we'll
learn
eat
about
a
the hot
bunch
dog.
afterwards.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
The roots of the hot dog actually go back to Europe as far as the 13th century, specifically Germany and Austria. The bratwurst traces back 700 years. It's coarsely minced meat with salt, white pepper, marjoram, and nutmeg. The idea was seasoned meat encased in a sheep or pig intestine. Then Frankfurt gave us the Frankfurter, and Vienna gave us the Wiener. In German-speaking countries, it's considered a Frankfurter only if it's entirely made of pork. Frankfurters are finely emulsified and really the precursor to the hot dog. Do you know what emulsification means?
No idea. I was just going to ask you.
So to put it simply, blend everything together
Okay.
so that, there's no separation.
Got it.
So, I mean, I've been to these hot dog facilities. They have these just giant blenders and some even with blades that you just put everything in, spices included.
Yeah.
And it just puts it all together in one emulsified hot dog.
So apparently we're talking about in the future going maybe to Applegate and watching literally how the sausage is made.
Yeah.
And I've heard it's not the most attractive.
It is not the most sexiest thing. I've been
Yeah.
in a couple of these facilities and the smell kind of hits you.
Yeah.
And
But they're good when they go down.
oh, they're good.
Yeah.
They're good.
Hot dog.
Then immigrants brought these sausages to the United States in the 1800s. As these immigrants settled in places like New York, they needed food that was affordable, portable, and quick to serve. Putting the sausage on a bun originated somewhere in America, probably in New York. Street vendors in places like Coney Island were selling these as an easy grab-and-go meal. So do you see a connection to the last episode?
Mm-hmm.
Hot dogs, tacos.
Yeah, very similar. Street
Similar,
food.
yeah.
Put the meat on some sort
Meat
of
and a little
bread.
bit of carbs, and you're good
It's
to
a
go.
carry it and go.
Yeah.
Like, that's what's hard when you're doing a no carb diet, of
Yeah.
which I'm trying to kind of do. I'm
Yeah.
fairly miserable.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's just easier to eat.
it is. And I think hot dogs are great protein also because, like, when we go to Dodger Stadium, I do the same thing. I just don't eat the bun.
Yeah.
I'll just eat the hot dog with the condiments.
Mm.
So we don't know where the name hot dog came from, but it was likely from accusations that, dog was probably one of the secret ingredients. It's worth noting that despite the bad reputation of hot dogs, they're not just made from whatever meat you find on the floor of the factory. They're made from trimmings, which are just pieces of meat that are not the right shape or size to sell as whole cuts. Now let's clear something up. A hot dog is a sausage, but not all sausages are hot dogs.
I was just going to ask you that, literally. Go ahead.
So
Sorry.
the difference really comes down to texture, processing, and spice profile. So hot dogs are finely ground and emulsified.
Okay.
So like if we, cut this open, it's kind of even and smooth in terms of texture and color throughout the entire product.
Totally like a paste almost, right?
Exactly, a
Yeah.
paste. Think of
That's
it,
a hot dog.
That's a hot dog.
Yeah.
When you get into all the other sausages, like take a bratwurst, for example,
Yeah.
you're going to get more texture. You're going to get more bite out of the
Yeah, it's just more bigger pieces.
exactly.
essentially.
It
It's not all
doesn't.
the
It
same
doesn't have
color.
that emulsified process.
Yeah, that's the real difference. I mean, seriously,
real
that's the
difference.
difference. A hot dog is just more blended.
And the way that they process it.
Yeah.
Sausages, the kielbasas are smoked before they're cooked. Hot dogs are almost always boiled. They're not going to be, smoked or grilled necessarily.
So the hot dog is kind of the cheapest of all of the sausages,
Yeah.
essentially.
Yeah,
And
because you can take all those. It's a working class food, and you take all those trimmings and you emulsify them, you blend the heck out of them, you add the spices for flavor, and you get good protein.
Yep.
The emulsification process really helps with the mouthfeel because all those trimmings, like if you were just to eat them, like they're going to have lots of gristle. It's going to be hard, lots of connective tissue. So that's where the emulsification comes in. After the hot dog is cooked, they peel off the casing. So then it's served to you skinless. So that's why when you buy a pack of 12 hot dogs at the supermarket, there's no casing. On the other hand, traditional sausages have more variation in texture, and the fat and spices are oftentimes visible. They have natural casings made from real animal intestines, which gives you that snap when you bite into it.
I had gotten some sausages. They were actually the Mr. Beast sausages. Remember, we had them here in the thing, and you tried them, and I was like, they're really good, except they're missing that snap.
The snap.
And then so it's just all kind of soft. It's like biting into a hot dog.
Yeah.
It doesn't have that
snap.
Yeah,
And you're talking about like those meat sticks, like a beef stick.
right, like a Slim Jim.
Like a Slim Jim, a modern day Slim Jim. And yeah, you're right. When you bite into that, so that's a version of a hot dog.
Got it.
But that's shelf stable. What are some of the types of sausages you might see? Bratwurst, which is mild, juicy, often pork-based. It has a subtle seasoning. You have something like an Italian sausage, which is very fennel forward, bold, slightly sweet or spicy. you're going to have something like a chorizo, which is Spanish or Mexican, very heavy on the paprika, garlic, and a deep red color. If we go down south, you have an andouille, which is a smoked Cajun style, coarse and spicy. Then you have a kielbasa, Polish sausage, often garlicky and slightly smoked. You can even do a breakfast sausage, which is very sage heavy, a softer texture. And then you have your bologna or mortadella, which is closer to a hot dog. It's emulsified and very smooth texture. So at the end of the day, the sausage is really a spice delivery system. So the spice blend is where it comes alive. Small changes in the spice ratios can completely transform a sausage. So let's break down a few core spices. Garlic. This is definitely foundational. Almost every sausage uses it. It builds that savory umami back note. Paprika, of course, adds color. It gives that mild sweetness and sometimes a smokiness. Then you have coriander, which is a slight citrus note, and it brightens a heavy meat flavor. Do you know what coriander is?
I don't.
So coriander is a spice, which means it's a seed of an herb. Take a wild guess which herb. Floral citrus notes.
Oh, man. Lemon. I don't know.
What is it?
Cilantro.
Coriander is the seed of cilantro.
Really? And does it taste cilantro-y?
It does not. It has a completely different flavor profile.
Wow. See? Learn everything. Okay, can you tell me, and this is on the spot, but what's marjoram? Because you mentioned that. Do you know what marjoram is?
Well, marjoram's an herb.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Marjoram is very closely related to an oregano.
Okay.
So like right now, there's a bit of an oregano shortage in the marketplace because we're in between harvests. So we're working with customers to spec out marjoram instead. You have a very similar flavor profile.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So the seed of cilantro is
coriander.
Coriander.
Yep. I love coriander. I love cilantro. There's a large percentage of the population that does not like cilantro. They feel it tastes very soapy, very bitter.
But it's literally a genetic thing,
Yeah.
right? You either have the gene that
Correct.
makes it taste like soap, or you have the gene that makes it taste lovely.
Lovely.
I'm an extra. I like extra in my
I love
guacamole.
cilantro, yes.
Yeah, very much so.
I love it all. And then you got the rest of the lineup. You have black pepper, mustard seed, nutmeg, especially in European sausages.
Side note, this past weekend, Jonathan and I went up to Bakersfield.
We participated in the, I think, 18th or 19th annual Pig Fest.
Something like that. And this is basically a bunch of dudes that get together. They have 2 to 3 whole hogs there.
Yeah.
Somebody is cooking a whole hog overnight so that
Yeah.
we can that's honestly the highlight for me. Just going in
pick
the
it.
middle and just grabbing a
Yeah.
bunch of great shredded
Juicy.
pork.
Oh my gosh.
But then everybody has their station and they make a
dish.
Make
It's
a
like
dish
a
out of
food
it.
competition.
And some people went a little bit bougie.
Yeah, a little too fancy.
And then we like to think outside the box. So they need a side.
Yeah.
Everybody's going to get this pork
Main.
meat thing.
Yeah.
And we were like, we want sides. So we went beans and greens.
Beans and greens.
So Jonathan made some cowboy beans. Is that
yeah,
what they
this
call
is
it?
my wife's recipe.
Yeah, and it had tons of.
It had 3 different types of pork in it. And then, so it had chorizo, kielbasa, and just a ground sausage.
Yep.
And then a couple different types of beans and, of course, a bunch of spices, and just simmered it low and slow for a couple of hours. So cowboy beans.
They were a big hit. They were spicy.
They were spicy.
You threw down some real spice in there. And then I did the greens, which are collard greens that have ham hocks in them. Mm-hmm. So, when we get there, we have a little camping stove and propane. And all I did is soak and boil those ham hocks, get that flavor out. So we both did well. We got nominated for the award. Didn't win it this year.
Didn't
but
take it home. We took it home last year.
Took it home last year. So I'm looking forward to Pig Fest already next
Yeah.
year. And you're sitting here saying you're going to go ahead and do a pheasant and pork sausage.
Pheasant and pork sausage. Pheasant from when we, do a
Go
pheasant
hunting
hunt.
with those guys.
Yeah.
Do you have to do, so what would you do? Freeze those and...
Yeah, you freeze them, and then because when it's frozen, it grinds up a lot better.
Yeah.
And then, we would grind them up with some pork, encase them, of course, get some spices in there, maybe get some cheddar cheese in there, makes it nice, and then smoke them and grill them.
So one of the reasons why this is cool, and it was like Small World. So I don't even know if the guys know this. So our host, our good friend James, there's this one guy. He had been making this meal all day, and he was using like the cheeks and the different things from the head of the pig, and he was making this cold noodle dish.
Yeah.
And James goes, I think that guy is a chef, and I think he used to work at
Dog
Haus. Actually, he said, I think he founded Dog Haus or something. He's the owner of Dog Haus. We're like, what? We're about to do a show on hot dogs and Dog Haus. So we walked over to him, and we had both just eaten his dish. And so we went over there to ask him to be on the podcast. And he's a yes. And so we'll have him on a future show.
He lives locally in Alhambra.
Alhambra right here. And so what he did was he was on the show America's Next Food Star or something, which is how Guy Fieri got famous, right? And he was on season 4, I think he said.
Yeah.
And he didn't win it, but he did well. And then he came out of that with a consulting contract to write the recipes and come up with the recipes for Dog Haus.
Which is what we're having today.
Which is what we're having today on the show, right? Yeah. So we were like, oh my God, this is such a small world. We're doing this show. So now he is a fresh sandwich business.
Yeah.
Where he makes focaccia bread sandwiches and then distributes them to the stores here in LA.
Yeah. The catering. It's a catering business.
Right. So anyway, that was at Pig Fest. That was this week.
And HQO supplied all the spices for Pig Fest.
That's right.
We had all our jars of spices and a couple of our barbecue blends that we do for some barbecue restaurants locally.
And every guy came over and was like, I'll take some of this and a little some of that. And so we showed up well. Pig
Rob
Fest.
was using all the salt.
All the salt, garlic salt, all day.
In Germany, sausage traditions lean towards subtlety. So you have a balanced salt, a little white pepper, and maybe some nutmeg. It's clean, very restrained, very intentional. Now, if you move over the Mediterranean to Spain, you've got paprika driving the whole profile. Smoky, bold, red color, deeper intensity. You know, and that makes sense, especially in Spain, right? They're known for growing paprika. If we go to Italy, completely different direction. Lots of fennel, garlic, sometimes chili, way more aromatic and expressive. And just like how in Europe they have regional preferences, here in the United States, we love to argue about what toppings go on a hot dog. When you're at a cookout, put out a tray of hot dogs and just watch what happens when you reach for the ketchup. As an example of a rigid dog culture, a Chicago dog should be 100% beef on a poppy seed bun with yellow mustard, neon relish, diced white onions, tomato slices, dill pickle, sport peppers, and celery salt. New Yorkers have a little less going on. Spicy brown mustard, sauerkraut, and a tomato-based onion sauce. The meat is more front and center. Whereas in LA, if you're getting a hot dog on a street corner, it's heavier and richer. You wrap them in bacon, you get the caramelized onion, and probably multiple sauces. But think about it this way. When people argue about what belongs on a hot dog, what they're really arguing about is balance. How much sweetness is too much? How much acidity is needed? Should the base sausage be the focus or the toppings? When you're used to certain flavor palettes, the differences can really stand out. That's the exact same conversation you have when you're formulating a spice blend. Too much paprika can overwhelm. Too much garlic definitely will. It's about finding a balance that works for you.
We haven't really mentioned the chili dog yet.
Chili, we have some chili dogs to try.
That's part of what you brought?
Yes.
So are you a chili dog fan?
That is probably my favorite chili dog. And so you were asking earlier about did I eat a lot of hot dogs growing up? So when my dad, who was a vegetarian, was away at work, I have vivid memories of my mom making me chili dogs for like lunch at home.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, I love a chili dog.
You know what's a good one too? Like a guilty pleasure is a straight up 7-Eleven chili and
I've never done
nacho cheese dog.
You know which one my wife loves is Tommy's.
Oh, I haven't done a Tommy's dog.
Tommy's chili dog.
But you know, it's a chili and then they'll put nacho cheese on it too. And it really just becomes a vessel for the chili.
All
and
the stuff.
Cheese, right?
I mean, that's what we do at Dodger Stadium.
Yeah.
Is, you know, we will go to the buffet and so it's a dog. I like to take the dog. I take the bun out of it and I'm laying on all the stuff. So I'm putting the chili, then the shredded cheese, some tomatoes, onions, jalapenos.
We need to finish this episode so we can get to this Dog Haus.
Now, I want to do a quick talk about the organic hot dogs offered at Costco because they're blowing up right now. So if you go down the hot dog and sausage aisle of Costco, there are so many organic hot dogs, sausages, even kielbasas that are being offered.
Yeah, there's more than none, I would say, right now. It's very popular.
I think it's going towards this. You're seeing this revolution in the hot dog and the encased meat industry where, hot dogs would get a bad rap for having, crappy meat products that were in it. And now it's like, no, this is actually a good protein. It's relatively affordable. And they're made with good ingredients, including organic meat and spices.
Yeah, so the whole thing is organic.
Everything.
Right?
Yeah.
And this must be good for business for you.
Oh,
you have clients that are
booming. Yeah.
good.
Business is good in the organic hot dog and sausage industry.
All right, good.
All right, time to link this all together.
Pardon the puns.
Yeah, I was hoping you would get that
Okay.
one. Frankfurters and Wieners date back to before the Renaissance, and just like many other Europeans, they arrived at Ellis Island and their name got Americanized. Now we call them hot dogs. And there's a wide variety available today. You have Dodger dogs, mass-produced supermarket hot dogs, even artisan sausages. And with the rise of organic, cleaner labels, better sourcing, we're watching the category evolve again. This is always the most exciting part of this industry. So if you're buying sausage to make at home, think about the flavor combinations in the spices and the toppings, and maybe try something new. If you've enjoyed this deep dive, please subscribe wherever you get your podcast. We'll see you next time.
It's time to eat some dogs.
The OG Spice Guy Show is produced and recorded by Galaxy Media in Los Angeles, California, in association with High Quality Organics, America's leading provider of organic spices. Executive producers are Jonathan Raju and Rob Clyde. Today's episode was produced by Rob Clyde and Max Flora. It was engineered and edited by Drew Unser. Graphics by Michelle Esteva. Web and SEO by Rebecca McDonald. And social media by Bethany Guerrero. You can DM and follow us on all platforms and socials at OG Spice Guy.